Hi there, crafters! This is Verenicce from tweetcrafts.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I have something really excited to share with you guys. Because Easter is right around the corner, I decided to do a series of different crafts that all pertain to Easter. So I hope you guys stick around. Today's craft is this one right here. Isn't this just super adorable? Now, I love milk cartons. So I went ahead and created this one. The finished dimensions on this cute little project is 4 inches tall by 2, and of course it's square, so it's 2 all the way around. Now this is perfect for Easter baskets, either if you just want to give it just like this or if you want to add it to a larger basket. Now I have a very large family, so I wanted something that I could pass around and not cost me too much, but make everyone feel special. So I created this one right here. Let me show you guys how to create this project. First, you will need a piece of paper that measures 8.5 by 6. I'm gonna bring my scoreboard on the screen. Now with the long side, I'm gonna score it at 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now with this little piece right here, it's 8.5, so with this 1/2 inch facing down, I'm going to score it at 2, 4, and then I'm going to flip it over and score it at 5.5. The reason why I flip it over is for this piece right here. So this little piece right here. It makes it a lot easier for it to fold right there. I'm going to go ahead and burnish these score lines. The only one you will not be burnishing is the top one, because that one goes the opposite direction. If I sound under the weather, Tucson weather is so weird. I just got a cold. So if I sound odd, I apologize. Now this top piece right here, we're going to fold it the other way. So it's folding out. See? So all these are folded in except for this top piece right here, it's folding out. Now that we have all our score lines burnished, create this piece right here. So we're going to create some extra score lines. So what you'll need is a little ruler and the scoring tool. The ones I'm going to do it to is this bit here and this one here. So it's every other one. It's these two. So I'm going to line it up at the 1 inch mark, and I'm just going to, from the 1 inch mark with my scoring tool, go all the way to the top. And do the same for this one here. And I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, lining up my ruler from this dot to the line that I just created, I'm just going to make a little line. It doesn't have to be very deep. It doesn't really have to be perfect either. It's just to give the paper some guidance. If you try doing it without it, it'll still fold in. It just won't have a clean cut line. I'm going to fold those in. And I'm going to start off by doing this top one. I'm going to fold it in and do the same for the other one. I don't know if you can see that. Folded that in. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this one from the inside, folding it out. This looks really complicated, but it's actually a lot easier. So then it creates those lines right there. Now for the cutting. I'm going to cut this piece, and I'm going to cut a bit of this off. So when this folds in, it creates some stress on this line. In order for this not to pop out awkwardly, I'm just going to cut into it. Be careful not to cut past this or else it'll show. Just cut a little notch. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect right there. Now I'm going to cut this bottom piece out. You end up with this shape right there. Now I'm just going to cut this piece here. This is the bottom of the box. Used to put the box together is some tear and tape. Now if you have fast fuse, it's actually better and a lot easier to use. I don't have any at the moment, so I'm just going to use the tear and tape. I do not recommend using Tombow or Snail for this. It doesn't really hold for boxes when it's going to hold some weight. Oops, it tore it. Now I'm going to take the top part off. If you've ever used tear and tape, you line it up and then it has this sticker part you remove. I'm going to lie this flat, and because it's a box it should line up perfectly. And it did. Now this is the back of the box and this is the front of the box. You know, by the seam line right here. So what I'm going to do is, this is the sides and I'm going to push it in. This is the back and I'm going to push that down. Now this is the front of the box. And I'm going to add some tape to this. I'm going to do double layer because I know it's going to hold some weight to it. I'm going to put 2 strips. It doesn't really need 2 strips. Sticky on that one as well. And then it should just fold right up like that. Perfect. Now I'm going to grab my bone folder and I'm going to put it inside and just move it around to secure the tape to it. And there it is, my little box. Isn't that cute? Now because I created the score lines, this folds in just perfect. See it? Now what I'm going to do is the hole punching. I'm just going to use a regular hole punch. Now because there are several layers, it is a bit difficult to go through, but if you give it a little bit of force, it'll be fine. Add the other hole. There it is. My cute little box. Adding little dots everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and do my stamping. Alright, for my stamping I'm just going to have a regular piece of white cardstock. And then the stamp set that I'm going to use is this one right here. It's called Friends and Flowers. And I'm reusing the little bunny stamp. Isn't that just cute? I loved it. My daughter is obsessed with bunnies, so I thought this was appropriate for Easter. Now I went ahead and mounted my stamp already. And I'm going to be using some StazOn. I like to ink my stamps on backwards so I could see what I'm stamping. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I like doing it that way. Okay, I'm going to push down, count to 5. Ah, perfect. Go ahead and do the little ears, and I will need 2 of these. He has 2 ears. Ink that up real good. Now for my other ear. Go ahead and do right now is actually color in my bunny. I've cut him out before in the past. I cut it out and then realized I didn't like the way I colored it. So I'm going to do the coloring now. What I'm going to use is Blushing Bride marker. Now if you wanted the sentiment to match the ears, you can use this marker to write directly on the stamp so that you have the same exact pink. But I'm just going to use it for my cute little bunny. So I'm going to go ahead and color this in. I'm going to add these cute little blushing cheeks. I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut him out. Now there is a circle punch that corresponds with this stamp set, which is the 1 3/8. I don't have it, so I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut him out right now. Now I'm going to leave a little white thin border all the way around. I'm not going to cut directly on the black line. There's my bunny done. Now for the ears. Now for the scrap piece of paper that I have left that I just cut out my bunny, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. The stamp set that I'm using is this Teeny Tiny Wishes, and it comes with all kinds of really cute sentiments. The one I'm going to be using is the Happy Easter. And I'm going to be using the Bermuda Bay ink. Now I'm going to be cutting it out with the word window punch, which is this one right here. And it corresponds with all those other cute sentiments, which makes it really easy. That way, no more fussy cutting. Now that I have everything cut out, I'm going to add it to my box. What I'm going to use to adhere it is some dimensionals. If you see, my little bunny is popping out, so I'm going to use the dimensionals for that. I recommend sticking this part first. I had done the face previously, and I found out I had to relocate it after I put in my sentiment. It just didn't look right, so I recommend sticking the sentiment first where you want it. And I just cut the dimensional in half because you don't need the whole piece for that one. My little Happy Easter, make sure I have the front of the box. I do. Right here at the bottom. Perfect. Now for my little bunny face. He only really needs one dimensional to stick him on. Where I want him. There. Perfect. You can always push down from the inside. Now for the little bunny ears, I don't need a whole dimensional. A half a dimensional will work just fine. So I'm going to cut this piece up right here. Now I'm going to put the pointy edge facing down. Just eyeball it wherever it fancies me. The same with the other ear. Oh, I love it. Doesn't it just look super cute already? Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually add my goodies. I'm using the Hershey's chocolate eggs, and I know the kids will love them. This is really good too because then you don't give them too much chocolate. And we still have a lot of room if you wanted to add more, but I don't want to give them too much. Too much sugar is bad. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and use the Coastal Cabana. I went ahead and pre-cut it already because I didn't want to take so much time cutting it on film. So I went ahead and pre-cut it for you. I'm going to add a cute little bow. Trim up my bow here. Perfect. And there it is. My cute little box for Easter. I know the kids are going to love these. Or even just family and friends, or even co-workers. Why don't you just enjoy one of these for Easter? Some little box of goodies. So I hope you enjoyed this craft. Please tell me what you think in the links below. And please subscribe for some more craft tutorials. Bye now.